Smell the glove and crank it to 11. This is Guitar Hero 3 Legends of Rock for the Nintendo Wii. A video game about which I expect to field questions from my grandkids someday in regard to what it was like back when the Guitar Hero games were still in the single digits. Grandpa, was Guitar Hero 3 anything like Guitar Hero 88? Because they really nailed the accuracy of the holographic fretboard in Guitar Hero 88. Guitar Hero has been one of the gaming industry's biggest success stories of the new millennium, first blasting through the proverbial amplifier in 2005 with the original Guitar Hero, an exclusive for the PlayStation 2. In the 5 years since, it has expanded to include more than a dozen sequels and spin-offs across virtually every modern gaming platform, selling more than 25 million copies worldwide and earning more than $2 billion at retail. If you've never played Guitar Hero, think of it as Dance Dance Revolution with guitars instead of dancing. And if you've never played Dance Dance Revolution, think of it as the video game equivalent of Simon Says. Only in the case of Guitar Hero, it's more like Slayer Says. No matter which version of Guitar Hero you play, the premise is basically the same. A series of colored notes streams down the neck of an on-screen guitar in the rhythm of a specific song, and using a controller shaped like a guitar, you hold down the matching colors on the fretboard as you strum your fake sixth-string. It's an easy concept to grasp, but a very difficult one to master, particularly in this version, which is a bit more challenging than its sissy predecessors. Those who can play a real guitar will tell you Guitar Hero is nothing like the real thing, but it doesn't really need to be. Guitar Hero is more about recreating, in an admittedly exaggerated fashion, the feeling of being a rock star, not simulating a musical instrument. It's meant to be a caricature broad and accessible enough to give people who would otherwise never have the chance the ability to take the stage and rock people's faces off, or at least pretend to. And as an avid air guitarist myself, I can tell you it's way more fun to push buttons as you pretend to play an instrument than to, just stand there like an idiot. Guitar Hero 3 in particular made some interesting attempts to push that feeling of being on stage even further. For example, the series had always cut the guitar sound in conjunction with your missed notes to create the illusion that you're actually playing the song. But Guitar Hero 3 provided a nice touch on Wii by utilizing the speaker on the Wii remote. Whenever you miss a note, you'll hear the sound of a flubbed strum coming from your guitar. A great little addition which makes pretend rocking even more immersive. The game also makes a few additions to the tried-and-true Guitar Hero gameplay as well, including the ability to tap certain notes on the fretboard and even battle opposing shredders in boss battles and multiplayer matches. By nailing runs and solos, you can break your opponent's strings, overload their amplifier, and this of course complements the game's basic shred-offs and cooperative modes. Both online and offline, Guitar Hero 3 made huge jumps in the realm of multiplayer for Guitar Hero, and it's still a lot of fun to play with friends. But the core of every Guitar Hero title is the same pretend-to-shred gameplay most of us know and love. So what usually makes or breaks a Guitar Hero game are the songs. And really, that's a completely subjective matter. Guitar Hero 3 does include more than 70 tracks, however, which was a nice improvement over prior titles in terms of both song quantity and variety. Thankfully, Guitar Hero 3 does include songs from metal juggernauts like Metallica, Slayer, Iron Maiden, In Flames, and of course, The Godfather's Black Sabbath. But music from bands like Megadeth, Testament, and Exodus would have made Guitar Hero 3 a much more well-rounded metal package. Also, of important note to audiophiles, the Wii version was originally released in mono only, so be wary in tracking down a used copy, and keep in mind, of course, that Guitar Hero 3 was also released before it became customary for bands to lend their master tracks to Activision, so expect plenty of cover versions of the songs as well. Still, the vast majority of Wii owners won't at all be dissuaded by my complaints, and for them, this game is still a safe bet. It released on just about every platform imaginable too, so you should have no trouble finding a copy for your console of choice. Whichever version you choose, you'll be getting a solid package that still shines when played with friends, despite its lack of metal.